Hey everybody, Corn-Fed Lady here, and today I'm going to show you how we do our pig seasonal rotations. So come along with me. Okay, so we've got our pigs over here in a new expansion paddock, and this is Laverne and Shirley, our girl breeders, or gilts. And you can see we've added this new electric netting that we just bought. We added that onto their existing pen, so they've got some extra room to graze on some fresh green grass now. So their summer pens are out here in the pasture because this is where most of the green grass grows on our homestead. So they have their house and water barrel and stuff in here. This is their main pen, and then we've just opened up the gate at the end there and added this netting on, so they've got an extra area of grass to graze now for while they're in their summer pen, because you can see they've already grazed all the grass off of this area. They do have a shade cloth and some plants that they don't like to eat, that they kind of hang around in, but they don't have much for grazing left. So that's why we went ahead and opened this up so they have more space. Now we did the same thing for the boys over here because it's the same situation. They're in their summer pen right now. And again, these pigs have eaten all of the grass, or most of the grass, in their summer pen. So we've added this new electric netting to expand their grazing area out into the yard here. And this is Wilbur and Wayne. And again, these are our boy breeders. They have not bred yet. Everybody here is about 1 year old. Some are a little older, some are a little younger. So this winter, we're going to be mixing the boys and the girls and letting them breed. So we're going to be putting Will with Laverne, and we're going to put little Wayne with Shirley. And then when they have babies, they'll be farrowing in or nursing in the barn here. And then when those babies are getting too big to be in the barn with their mom, then we're going to be building a large meat pig pen back here, and they're going to be able to grow out back here in the pasture. So that's something to look forward to next spring, is when the babies will be showing up. So they've got plenty of fresh green grass. The other thing that we watch for to keep them in a comfortable environment is their poo. Now, in case you didn't already know, pigs do choose one spot to do all their pooping. The girls' spot is all the way in the back there, so you can't see it. Or maybe you can see it a little bit. That's their spot. And then the boys' spot is right across the fence right there. So they have some spots where they go poop every time. They don't poop in the rest of their whole pen, just in this one spot right here. And when it starts piling up a little bit, then we rake it out and take it to the compost pile. Now, we don't usually show you back here behind the greenhouse because this is what is considered the dirty side of the farm. But this is our compost pile that we have in here behind the greenhouse. It's nestled between these barrels and up against the greenhouse there. Well, not completely up against it because we don't want it rotting. But there is clear plastic wrapped around that pallet wall. So we can just kind of pile all of our compost in here. Now, some of this is old chicken coop bedding, some of it is rabbit floor scrapings, some of it is pig manure. So, and on top here I've got some peach overburden because our peach tree out front was getting too heavy and the branches were starting to buckle. So this is just kind of our compost pile, and we'll be using our compost pile in a couple of months. Once our garden is done producing, we're going to dump this whole pile or spread it out across the entirety of our garden to keep it wintered, so that the compost pile can help re-amend the soil, and it also works as a weed barrier, and we generally put a tarp over the top of that compost just to hold it in place over our garden through the winter. So let's go ahead and take a look at those pigs' winter paddock, because it's right behind me here. Okay, so here's the back of their winter paddocks, and you can see that where it used to all be dirt, we have reseeded it with some new grass, and we've already mowed it a couple of times, so it's really coming in nice and thick now for them in their winter paddocks. Now when they get all this grass beat down and eaten up, then of course we do have these little side runs set up for the pigs. So this one is for the boys. It's just extra grass area that we can open up once they've decimated this area. And the girls have a similar setup. Okay, so over here by the side of our house is our tree line, or what we know or call as the woods. And in here you can see some pig houses. So this is the boys. And when we're breeding, we're actually going to be putting Laverne in here with Wilbur. And this wraps all the way around the shed here, and it goes on out into the open where there's some open grazing. And I'll show you that here in a second. And their pen comes on over to here. And when we get ready to breed, there's a gate at either end of the boys and girls pens, and we can open them up and let them pass through. Like I said, I want to keep Wilbur and Vern over here because it's a little bit bigger area and they're a little bigger. And then I want to keep little Wayne and Shirley girl over in the girls pen because it's not quite as big and they're a little bit smaller pigs. So again, we'll open it up back there, shuffle the pigs around, and then shut the gates and let them do their breeding over the winter in their winter pens. Now they did clear the grass out of these pens pretty good when they were in here last winter before we moved them over to their summer pens. So you'll see a lot of dirt and no grass in here. But what we have done while they're over in the summer pens is we've seeded in fresh grass for them. And we've actually already mowed this once too. So it's pretty well established at this point. You can see it looks the same as the footpath where they don't go. So it's just as lush now. And this, again, used to be beat down just to bare dirt. And this was kind of their toilet area back in here. And the girls' toilet area was over in here. But we scooped out all the poop and we reseeded the grass. So their winter pens will be ready to receive them in a couple months. Not much grass grows in the woods here because of the tree shade. That's why I didn't bother reseeding up front here, because it wouldn't grow anyway. The grass just grows out there in the sunny pasture area, but not in here in the woods. And now one of the things that makes this an excellent pasture for winter, other than the tree cover from the snow, is this wooden pallet fence that we made along the north side of their paddock, because we have prevailing north winds that can get pretty nasty in the winter, blowing in some snow and ice and stuff. So we've got this wooden pallet fence to help protect them from those prevailing winds. And they've also got this tree cover to protect them from the weather also. So again, this is their grassy area in here, and that's the boys' area down there by the turkeys. And when they eat all of this grass like they did last time, then we've got a gate here and we can open them up into this expanded area. So our pigs have plenty of fresh green grass no matter what time of year. And if their poop starts to pile up a little bit in one spot, we just rake it up and throw it in the compost pile so that we can use it in the gardens later. So that's our seasonal rotational pens for our pigs. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. And y'all have a good one. Bye.
Though you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.